Hi everybody, my name is Lilly. I'm a Blueprint instructor and tutor, and I got a 180 on the August 2020 LSAT Flex. Today, I'm gonna give you my top 5 tips to get a 180 on your LSAT exam. Okay, tip number 1, be honest about your time commitments. It would be great and ideal if all of us could just do 4 hours of high quality study each day, 6 days a week for 3 months, get our goal score, and never have to take the LSAT again. That's just not very feasible. As a general rule, the more you have going on in your life, whether it be school, work, an internship, or parenting, whatever it may be, the more you have going on, the less energy and time you'll have to dedicate to studying for the LSAT. So, be realistic with yourself, make a study plan that reflects your time commitments, and adjust accordingly. If you don't have the quote-unquote ideal amount of time or average amount of time to dedicate to studying the LSAT each week, that just means you might need a longer period to see the score and improvement that you want. So maybe instead of studying for 3 months, you need to study for 6 or even 9 months or even a year before you'll see the score improvement that you want. Tip number 2, hold yourself accountable and have others help you hold yourself accountable. So the LSAT is not a test that you can cram for. And that means that sticking to your study plan over the entire period of your studying is crucial for long-term success. I happen to be somebody who is pretty darn organized and has a bit of an obsessive streak, hence how I got the 180. So for me, it was feasible to make my own study plan and really stick to it. Either way, whatever works best for you, set yourself up for success and know that sticking to that study plan consistently throughout the week and throughout the months of your studying is crucial for long-term success. Tip number 3, don't expect change overnight. So early on in my study journey, I was taking a lot of timed practice tests. I basically thought that if I got the timing down and if I just kept taking the test, I would see improvement. At Blueprint, we don't ask you to take another practice LSAT until a good deal of time after that initial diagnostic exam. In fact, we really advise against doing so. And the reason is because you have to get those concepts down first before we can worry about timed practice. In general, once you start worrying about timing, your accuracy is gonna go out the window or stop improving. So we wanna make sure that we're really accurate before we start doing timed drills and full timed practice exams or even full timed practice sections of the LSAT. And it was only once I had shifted to really studying the content and not just taking timed exams that I saw my score increase. In my studying, I found this out the hard way. I was just taking these practice tests and I wasn't improving my score. And that's because I really wasn't learning the concepts at all that I was getting wrong. I was just getting the same concepts wrong again and again and just repeating the same old mistakes. Really focusing on the concepts and going slow and steady, building up your accuracy is going to be much more effective long-term than worrying about timed practice up front. Tip number 4, make the most of your mistakes. I always like to say that in studying for the LSAT, review is the name of the game. By review, I mean working with questions that you got wrong to help yourself get them right next time. That means that every time you get a question wrong, you should be endeavoring to figure out 1, why you got it wrong, and 2, how you can get it right next time. I did a lot of review in the second half of my studying once I realized that just taking practice tests was really getting me nowhere. And it was only once I started reviewing my mistakes that I improved. So for me, really the biggest thing that helped me was figuring out what I did wrong, identifying my areas of weakness, and consistently reviewing so that in the future, I knew how to get those same questions right. The LSAT is formulaic and it follows patterns. That means identifying the traps that you fall into is really helpful in not doing it next time because you will see a similar problem again. And a side note, Blueprint's online interface is really great for review because there are detailed explanations of every question and answer choice that you can take on the site that are real LSAT questions. And that way, Blueprint can help you figure out how to make a better anticipation next time and avoid falling into those same answer choice traps that the evil LSAT wizards really want you to fall into. And finally, tip number 5, Don't stand in your own way. The LSAT is an intimidating test, and students come in knowing that studying will be difficult and take a huge amount of their time. That said, the LSAT is also a really learnable test, meaning that given ample time, hard work, and the right study plan, plus lots of review, students can and will see vast improvement. Believe in yourself. Believe that the LSAT is learnable and that you can learn it. Too often, I have students tell me that they're just good or just bad at a certain section. So think positive, believe in yourself, and don't stand in your own way. If you're willing to put in the time, energy, and effort required for the LSAT, coupled with smart studying instead of just a huge amount of studying, you will see improvement, and you'll get a pretty far way towards that 180 or whatever goal you personally may have.